Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my full review on 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After Before the Dust Settles, Season 4, Episode 1. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? Having one, it just would be nice. Cause everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? So welcome to Auntie's Advice. Thank you and welcome to the family. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with your auntie for the long haul, thank you so much for your continued support. Y'all, we gonna get into this long A episode of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After, season 4, episode 1. This was one long A show. Now, there have been a lot of channels that have been showing clips and everything of the show, and I just was like, you know what, I want to watch the full thing. I want to sit down, I want to get my little popcorn together, get my thoughts together, and then come back with a full review on it. I want to say thank you so much to my moderators, Mary and Josie. Thank you so much. The other day we had trolls on the page and everybody was going the hell off, but I thank you all for making sure that you took care of that for us. Okay. So y'all, this episode didn't fail to show us the background about what is going on and what has gone on. Some of the stuff I found to be shocking, and some of the stuff I just was like, oh, well, really? Now, I want to talk about the couples and not about how it played out on television. So let's go. The first couple I want to talk about is Russ and Piola. I am not interested in them. I really did not see anything that happened with them. For me, when I see the two of them, I almost see commercial break. To me, when I see them, it equates to a commercial break. And so most of the time, that's what I do. I have nothing to report on them. If you all are interested in seeing them, there are other people who do full reviews on all the cast. But for me, I just think that they're boring. I know that she, is pregnant. I did see, at least that much, that this is the beginning of her pregnancy. As we all know, she has had a little boy. And, Russ is crying and she's talking to her girlfriends about trying to make amends with the family and all of that. Wah, 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 wah. That's the full extent of what I can tell you about really Russ and Piola. I'm so not interested in this story. I'm not interested in this story lies. Okay. The next couple that I am going to talk about that was on 90 Day Happily Ever After was Molly. Molly, of course, we all know her relationship with Louise went due north, okay, or due south, or wherever the hell it went. It went downhill very quickly. And Molly tells us that, basically she is divorced from Louise, and that, she found out during a lunch date that, he is now married to another woman. They are officially divorced. She calls her girlfriend Cynthia over. Hey, Cynthia! She calls her girlfriend Cynthia over, and she tells her that she wants to rid her house of all these things that, basically belong to Louise, or things that she held on to, or maybe brought and purchased while they were together. I don't know. And so her girlfriend Cynthia comes over, and we see, this room that's in shambles is stuffed up to the cotton freaking ceiling. It almost looks like one of those hoarder rooms. And Cynthia is like, what the hell happened? And Molly is, she's crying and everything, just a tad, because of the love lost. And she realized that, Louise wasn't for her, that he wasn't for her children, that she wasn't really going to be able to have a healthy, happy, loving relationship. We all remembered Algate, where he told her that there was nothing in her house that represented Christ, and that he wanted to be in a Christian home, but still and yet he liked strip clubs and all of that kind of stuff. And so okay, can we say hypocrite? And so she and Cynthia start going through the shambles of her life at that during that time period. And she just wants to rid herself of it. Looks like Olivia is back at home, and Olivia is happy that her mother, was able to get out of the relationship. We see Molly later on take the final piece down to a consignment or a Goodwill shop or something like that. She took her wedding dress. And the lady, complimented her on how beautiful the dress was. And Molly just needed to put that closure on the relationship. And I was happy to see her do that. Many of us, men and women, when we are in relationships that go bust, okay, that just don't work out for us, we do have to get some kind of closure. And I think that for Molly, getting rid of the dress and getting rid of the things that were in the house that reminded her of Louise was the thing that she really needed to do. Y'all don't forget to hit that thumbs up button when you come into the room, so that I know that you're here, and YouTube does as well. It helps us. It helps me in this channel with the analytics. And if you really want to see more of your auntie, and you really want to see her, go out there to the masses, you got to hit that thumbs up button. Thank you so much. The next couple I want to talk about on Happily Ever After is David and Annie. It seems as if David has really gotten his life together. We visit David in Kentucky, and he is still married to Annie, and they are still living in the storage room or the firehouse or wherever the hell they're living. They're still living there. Annie is, basically cooking on the floor. And because, this place did not come with, it's a storage unit or a storage manager's unit or a storage unit or whatever the hell it is. I mean, I don't know, firehouse. I mean, they have lived in so many buckets, so many holes in the wall. I can't keep up where the hell they living at. But anyway, I digress. Annie is, making the best of the situation. David has finally got a job. Go, David. He has finally gotten a job. He is a English as a second language teacher at a university somewhere the hell in Kentucky. So you know what? Congratulations to David. But Annie is one of his students amongst other students that are in the class, but she loves David. They look like they have plenty of sex and they have plenty of fun. The chemistry between the two of them is dynamic. I mean, I love it. I did not ever think that I will come to this place, but I have really matured as it relates to their relationship. They really have turned out to be a very loving couple. Now, I don't know how he's treating his children. I haven't gotten into all of that, and frankly, I won't get into it. Ashley is always here with us. Hi, Ashley. She's always here with us, and so I haven't gotten into, the messiness or any of that kind of stuff. But it really looks like they have a very loving relationship. But Annie is concerned because 5 months ago, David filed her paperwork for her to get her green card. And Annie hadn't gotten it. And so, Annie was like, hey, I don't know if this man is for me or if he's against me. We're not living the best way that we could. I'm ready to work and do all the things that I want to do. And frankly, I really need a job. And I need my green card in order to get that. I don't know if I'm skipping ahead, but I do know that eventually it came, and she and David sat on the floor, and he had it in a little envelope, and he presented it to her. And so she had her driver's license and her green card. So congratulations to the two of them as they, do what they do with the whoop whoop and that's right, the boop boop boop. Okay. So they really look like they have come to terms with their relationship. Now, the last time that I was live and in living color, Ashley stopped by, as she always does, and she indicated that David and Annie are back in Thailand. Now, again, I don't know whether or not that is on a full-time basis or whether or not that was a trip that they were taking. But we will soon see what is going on with David and Annie. I would love to see them do 90 Day the other way, although they are already still married. I mean, they're married. But I really would like to actually see more of David and Annie. And I'm telling you, I never thought that there would come a day when Auntie would be saying that she wants to see more of David and Annie. But I really do want to see more of David and Annie. Okay, the next couple that we're going to be talking about is Andrei and Andrei and Elizabeth. On Pillow Talk yesterday, Dean was saying, why does she say his name Andrei? Why does she have to put all the emphasis on his name? Why can't she just say Andrei? But I think that she loves it. That's right, give it to him. I think that she loves to say it that way, and maybe she thinks that makes him dignified or respectable. I don't know why the hell that she does that, but she does. So it looks like Andrei and Elizabeth are still stuck in stage one. She is still living off of the graces and the financial support of her father. They are in a 3-bedroom home, one of the properties that her father owns. And they're living there rent free. She said that multiple times. We are living here rent free. And Andrei doesn't like it because he feels like her father is going to hold that against them. And so she is pregnant. She's 16 weeks pregnant. I'm sorry, y'all. I had a text message to come up. She is 16 weeks pregnant, and Andrei, wants to be in the house because, of course, they need to have a bigger space. But he doesn't like that they are living off the graces of her father because he feels like he's going to use that against him. He went to school and he got his green card and everything, and he's working. But she said that he worked really hard to pass his test to be a trucker, but I guess he's not really making any money. And as a result of that, she really is still living off the graces of her daddy. And then, you know what? I feel, I feel like if you can live off of your parents, well, not live off of them, but if you can continue to get your family support, I know in a lot of cultures, people live with their parents until they're married, whether they be 30, 40, 50 years old, they still live with their parents. And so I don't have a lot to say about it. My daughter still lives with me, and she'll be living with me until she finishes law school. And you know what? It just is what it is. Now, she, wants to act, an ass or something like that. That she's going to get out of my home. But I feel like as long as they're trying to do something to support themselves and to be a better citizen to this country, and they're doing something productive, they can live with me. She can continue to live with me, but she's working for her dad and living on one of the properties, and so I don't really see a big issue with it. Write it down in the comment section and let me know what you think about that. I just don't think it's anything wrong with it. But anyway, let me move on. And so, she goes over to her sister's house because she says that she wants to, practice being a mom and all of that kind of stuff. And so she goes over to the sister's house and she tells them that Andrei is still complaining about them being in her business. She says that her sisters are very aggressive and they feel like, if you're not doing it their way, then you're ignorant or dumb or whatever it was that she said. And she really wants, her and Andrei allegedly want the family to stay out of their business and to mind their own business and not get involved. And then in the next breath, she goes on to tell her sisters how stressed out she is and how much pressure she has on her because she's really the only one in the household working. You can't have it both ways. How can you in one breath say what your husband doesn't want and then in another breath complain about your husband to your sisters? I mean, you're the one that are open opening up the floodgates for your sisters to be involved. The sister said, she's pregnant. She's our youngest sister. And so we're going to be in the business. And they are going to be in the business. But the things that happen, intimately in their relationship and stuff like that, she's sitting there telling her sisters. So why wouldn't her sisters get in her business? Like, I don't understand this girl at all. I think that she likes to have drama stirred up. So she runs back and forth to them. And then she runs to him and she complains about it. It looks like in the upcoming episodes that he didn't put the pause on this girl while they were driving in the car. Say it's not so. I hope that this is not something that has happened, but it sure does look like Andrei is a little aggressive. Now, when I looked at him and he was out there at that pool and he had his shirt and stuff off, I was like, socks, hi, Andrei, I see you, boo, I see you, boo. I see you. Now, he still needs to work on his haircut, but Andrei's sexy for the most part. So it looks like it's going to be very interesting on what happens with Happily Ever After. I'm really curious to hear about their story, unlike some other people's. All right, so let's see. Who do we talk about now? Which one of these fraudulent people did we talk about now? I almost hate to do a review on these mofos. I really do. I think that, that this particular couple is going to go into the Piyo Russ file for Auntie. They go into file 13. The one where you ball it up and you throw it in the trash. I'm going to see. Now, the next couple I want to talk about is Ashley and Jay. Tweedly Dee and Tweedly Damn Dumb. Okay? Tweedly Dee and Tweedly Damn Dumb. So she's in the car making artificial drama. Let me tell y'all something. If this girl said that her lips were pink, I wouldn't believe it. I would think that she had something on them and that they were actually green. Like, you can't believe a damn thing that they say. Hit that thumbs up button if you think that if you agree with me, that you can't believe a damn thing these two say. So we see her in the car, and Jay's got, his little Hawaiian outfit on from Fashion Nova. Men's section, okay? Cheap. But anyway, so he's riding in the car, and she says, okay, so tell me for the 1500th time why you were on Tinder. Okay, he was on Tinder. Not only was he on Tinder, he was swiping left and swiping right and swiping those damn swiping. And he did a commercial. He did an advertisement for a dating app. So it's not like you don't know that this is going on with your man, okay? Now, let me tell y'all something that y'all really don't know, and I'm going to go ahead on and put it out there for the people, okay? About a week and a half ago, I'm sitting there minding my business and y'all's too, and 90 Days Fiance's business. And I get this email from Google. And so I'm like, okay, what is Google saying? They get ready to make it rain up over here because it's been dry. And so Google said, hey, Auntie. I was like, hey, Google. They were like, you got some copyright strikes. Oh. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? They was like, Auntie, you got some copyright strikes. You got like 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I was like, how could this be? Yup. It was Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber. Actually... tried to flag my channel, okay? Flag for copyright strikes on these pictures that they have on USA Weekly, People Magazine, Starcasm, every social media site and paper magazine or online magazine. They gonna try to copyright strike me for it. Google said, bitch, no. That's for the people that say they don't like when I shriek. They tried to hit me with like 5 or 6 copyright strikes to take their pictures down. Unbeknownst to them, I had already planned on taking most of season 6 because of the foolishness that had been going on. I already spoke with my moderators about it, about taking their stuff down and some other people's things down. So if you all notice, there are videos that were taken down. So Google said, look, here's our position on this. YouTube was like, you ain't got no copyright violations. We don't see one nary reason for taking it down. You have not violated any of the community rules for YouTube. Now, should you decide, Auntie, that you want to take it down, you can. But we ain't taking not nary one of them down. Now they say, Google said that, you know, they may reach out to you themselves. But our position is that your videos have already been reviewed, including your thumbnails that match thumbnails and pictures of blog sites. You did informational reviews and research, and we don't have a position in taking it down. Dumb and dumber. And so you know what I decided to do? Since I don't like her no way, and I think half the stuff she say is phony and nasty anyway, and a lie, I went on and took it down, amongst other videos. But let me tell you something dumb and dumber. Don't y'all know? Now here's the thing. Y'all sit back and just wait a minute, because I'm going to get back to the review. You know what I'm saying? YouTube reviews almost every one of Auntie's videos manually. Those that are not suitable, they ask me to take them down, or they ask me to edit them, or they don't allow me to monetize the videos. Dumb and dumber, the video that I did on your little allegedly leaked stuff was never even monetized. I never made a dime off of it. People clicked on it and they watched it, but it wasn't nothing but a duplicate of a story that you had already leaked or someone leaked to People magazine. So before you go to start hitting the copyright strike button, know that Google already does their homework, unlike some other social media sites. So I took them down. But if you need a receipt that that's the position that they took, I could put it in the community page. Just DM me. Let me know if you need a receipt. They ain't care. They didn't care. And frankly, nobody's been clicking on it because nobody's interested, because all your business is on Instagram. So anything and everything everybody wants to know and wants to see about you, they can see it for free. Because if enough people don't swipe up and swipe down, y'all got this thing with swiping. You swiping up and he's swiping to the left and to the right. And like David said, ain't like he getting no help on how to buy a home or live a better life. You're not that interesting, boo. Your popularity is just, you're just not that interesting. You really aren't. The only reason why I even talk about you is because some people are still interested in hearing about the foolery that you do. But you're really not that interesting. Because you came out there and said that you get paid to tell a lie. That's what you said. And guess what? I get paid to repeat your lies. For all the haters out there. Ka-ching. So anyway, we see them riding in the car. He's got his little flowery Fashion Nova jacket on from out of the men's department. And, you know, she asks him about the Tinder again. So once she asks him about the tender, he basically, is sitting up there saying what he got to do. He say whatever he has to say to pay. He says to pay. He says to stay. You know what I'm saying? Skins Junior is getting them skins. Okay. He got a heavy sack. Okay. He's got a heavy sack. And I guess for her, third time is the charm. You understand what I'm saying? Third time is the charm. Because here it is, you've been in 1, 2, 3 relationships now, and every one of them have cheated on you. Every one of them cheated on you? Ain't nothing that nary one of them was faithful to you? Girl, what's wrong with you? You need to take some classes. You need to take some classes, boo. Or do you need to use a couple of some sprays? Something's wrong. Something's wrong with that. Okay, but anyway, I done veered off. So anyway, so Dumb and Dumber, okay, Dumb puts Dumber out of the car and tells Dumber to walk. What is that? You put him out and you take the key. Okay? Cause a house is not a home when I climb the stairs and turn the key. Oh, please be there, still in love. Okay? He's still climbing the stairs. He still got a key. He's still coming up there, but the house ain't home, boo. When he roaming. But anyway, I digress. Okay. Now, the last couple that I want to talk about is Larissa. Did I get everybody else, though? I got to remember if I got everybody else. Because I already did a video on Tyreek. Y'all can go and click on that and look at that. So, yeah, let me go ahead and do Larissa and Cole. So now y'all know Larissa, our girl, your girl, their girl, basically is just shocking your auntie. Not shocking me, but giving me an insight and a revelation on who this woman really is. So we see her, days after the court, the fight. Okay. Colty told her that he had not gone to, he hadn't told them anything. And he doesn't know why they locked her up for 2 days in jail. Okay? Darcy was like, I couldn't do 2 days in jail. I'm like, you know what? Pound Darcy. I couldn't either. But Larissa, our girl, did it. And she says that Colt never told her, never told the police anything. So she sits down with a lawyer, and basically the lawyer tells her, he said you bust him up. You scratched him, you pushed him, you did this, you did that, you're nicking and you're knocking and you're patty goddamn racking. And so she's shocked, and she tries to give a defense saying that, there was a lot of stress in the household with the mother. So we see her, the aftermath of this, we see her still being in the home, and she's walking around with this bra and these, cheetah banana shorts on. I don't know what outfit that was, but I thought it was inappropriate for her to be dressed like that. And then we see Ma Debbie. Now, here it is. Auntie is on both sides of this coin, okay? I do believe that Colty is just a straight up ass, okay? Let's just go ahead on and keep it all the way funky. Larissa sits there, and she's at the table. She and Colty are already having a tumultuous relationship. She's at the table. They got these raw, nasty, rubbery-looking steaks on. I mean, it was so much blood in the steak that I don't know if they microwaved them or what they did. But Mama Debbie, you needed Betty Boo. I know you old enough to know Betty Crocker personally. You need to go ahead on and pull out some of them damn recipes that y'all hand wrote together. You and Betty Crocker. And you need to get your to start reading them recipes again because God, I mean, talking about not cutting it on the bias. What the hell? Okay, so Mama Dabby, you cook that? So Larissa comes down to Cole. It's like, I guess you feeling better. Glad you feeling better. She eats. So she trying to eat that bloody crap. And an argument ensues. So Debbie asks the question, where y'all wedding rings? So Colt says, I just don't have mine on. Larissa, you want to tell Debbie? See, number one, Debbie had no business asking about their rings. She knows that this girl is a hot tamale, that Larissa is going to fly off the handle at any given moment. So why would you even ask something about her relationship? The girl is in the house, basically damn on probation, okay? Why would you ask that question? As a mom, it's none of your business why they don't have on their wedding rings. And if this is a question that you want to ask the question to Colt in privacy. You don't have to ask the question to Larissa because you know you don't have that relationship with her. Although Larissa has been using Debbie to go hither and thither, but she got a girlfriend down the street named Carmen who got a big ass S on her chest. I don't get it. Now, go ahead on to give the old, she got a job excuse. If she was really ride or die, and you had a court hearing or a hearing with an attorney or any of that, then she would have been right there. Look, I need to take some leave, some slick leave, some kind of leave. I need to be on leave so that I could go and hang with my girl. This is very important. I don't know whether or not she's going to go to jail or not, and I need to go down there with my girl. But none of that happened. But still, yes, she did an interview with me, talking about she was there. I need a rim shot, hey, diggy, diggy, a rim shot, hey, come on. So anyway, Colt says, Larissa, you want to tell her or you want me to tell her? So Larissa tries to tell Debbie. Debbie, look, Debbie. I took the ring and I said, Lord, if y'all cannot, I want my closed caption to be in cursive. I want it to be pink and in cursive. And I want it to be in 48 pitch font. I want the font to be 48. I want it to be the little cursive or like a little bubbly, like some swirls or some curls on the end of it. Because if you can understand what she is saying in one shot, you good. I can't understand anything that Larissa is saying out of her mouth. And you got the nerve to be talking smack to somebody. But anyway, she goes on to say that this is how she felt about the marriage. And so she decided that she wanted to take the rings and flush the rings down the toilet. So Debbie was like, I think that's disgusting. First of all, nobody asked you to think anything, Debbie. That's what I'm saying. I'm on both sides of this because even though I want to root for Debbie, and sometimes I want to root for Larissa, and sometimes I want to root for Colty, I can't root for none of these bitches because they all out of order. Don't give your opinion about anything. So she gives her opinion, and that makes Larissa pop off. But frankly, I don't care if Debbie wear the yellow shirt or the pink shirt, whether she has pearls or no pearls around her neck. Larissa's going to go off because she's blaming Debbie for all the things that's gone wrong in her relationship. She tells Colty later on when she goes up into the room, he comes up there with his sarcastic ass, here's your handsome husband, your handsome your handsome, fine, intelligent, suave ass husband. Don't come up there like that, mofo, when I got an attitude. I got an attitude, and it's not of gratitude. And so I don't want you up here talking to me about anything. So, she's laying on the bed, and she's trying to play it cool. But you can see how he antagonizes her. She said, Colty, you haven't been by my side. She said, all the people in the United States, people don't want to live with their mother-in-laws. But I said, okay, well, let's go ahead on and live with Debbie. And, the three of us live together and we take care of her. But I just want you to be by my side. Cole comes out of his mouth and makes a comment and says, I'm standing by your side. No, she's not talking about literally. You know what she's talking about. Stop playing a damn game. You're trying to play these mind games. Why? Because English is not her first language? Cole, come on. They are absolutely a match made in hell. They need Arya, okay? Arya Starks to come up there with Needle and needle the hell out of somebody. We need her to come and get the Night King. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because Colty is the Night King. At nighttime, he want to play games and foolery and all of that kind of stuff. He want to, rub your little... He would have been waking up in the morning. Let me tell y'all something. Don't tell nobody I told y'all this. Gotta make sure ain't nobody listening. He'd have been waking up in the morning thinking that we had bed bugs. Because I would have been taking a needle or a pen and poking it. Every night. I'd wait till that mofo good and snoring and slobbing on the pillow. And I would get that safety pin. And I would just needle out, just needle. And let me tell you why he wouldn't know that I was needling him. I'm telling y'all, don't y'all tell nobody this. And don't try this at home. I would take that mofo daggone needle and stick it stick it in between my toes. I don't care if I had to tape that mofo down some kind of way. And every time he would wake up, one from a little pick, I would move my foot over like that. And then, I'd take that needle, and then I'd just, have that needle all taped up around so, it's always pointing this way. And I would take that needle, and I'd have my toes curling and just... He'd wake up, I'd be like this. Knock the hell out. As soon as he'd go back to snoring again, I would get up and I'm telling you, I'll be doing all of this with my big toe. My big toe and my second toe. I'm telling you, that mofo will be taped up so daggone good. And I'll make sure that I got up early in the morning and unwrap that mofo. You understand what I'm saying? And I would hide it somewhere where he couldn't find it, where none of the cats could find it. And then the next day, I would wake up, I would go to bed, and I would needle him again. You see, I would Arya stalk him. Yeah, I would... Okay. And don't y'all tell nobody. And don't try that at home. But anyway, so, Debbie is standing downstairs. She's criticizing, Larissa and saying, that Larissa is, mean and she doesn't have respect for her. They don't have respect for each other. I do agree that Larissa should not be up in another woman's house screaming and hollering and yelling to the top of her lungs. I do believe that she, has a really hot temper. I think that, she doesn't think before she does things, and that is the reason why she's in the predicament that she is in now. She doesn't think. She just reacts and acts all crazy. And so, she goes into the bathroom, after Cole tries to talk to her or doesn't talk to her. Because he is, in my opinion, antagonizing the girl allegedly. It just really looks that way. He's one of those kind of guys that's real calm and, cool and collective. And the whole time underneath his breath, he's calling you all kinds of MFs and, you know what I'm saying? MF and Bs. And then, when everybody's looking and everything, he's like, I don't understand. I don't want to be in the middle of this, but, I blame myself, for everything that has happened. Mom, she's going through things. So, he's playing both sides. But as we all know, they're not together. We see Larissa go out to the van, and Colt and Debbie ask her where is she going, and she says, I'm going out to the production van. She sits in the production van. She tells them that she has something that she wants to tell them, but she doesn't want to say it in the house because if they find out about it, it's going to make her life a living hell. There have been some things that have been going on Instagram as it relates to Larissa. it just seems like Larissa is just